Hi, my name is Reid Martin, and as Client Relationships Manager, I provide multifaceted assistance to our investors. I also manage our finances, including banking and taxes, assist with acquisitions and portfolio management, conduct due diligence, and ensure legal regulatory compliance. I began working in the financial industry in 1998 and have been with UDP from the start. I earned an MBA with a concentration in new venture and acquisition management from the University of North Alabama in 2007 and a BA in economics and sociology from the University of California, Santa Cruz in 1997.
Hi, I'm Tunell, and I work with UDP investors through every step of the investment process, ensuring that our members are informed about the latest fund and project activities and responding to inquiries from members and prospective investors. I also hold a BA from the University of Michigan and a graduate degree in urban and regional planning from Portland State. I also have a paralegal certificate and an LED AP accreditation.
Hello, I'm Joey. I joined us in 2012 with more than 20 years of experience in the financial industry. I'm primarily responsible for property acquisitions, sales, and financial reporting. My background includes 5 years at EGM Capital in San Francisco, working as a financial analyst and portfolio manager of a multiple million hedge fund.
Hi, I'm Brittney Knuckey, and project management at UDPP is a team endeavor. I manage projects from early conception and design through construction and completion, working closely with general contractors, subcontractors, bankers, lenders, engineers, and architects. I provide multifaceted assistance to our investors. I also manage our finances, including banking and taxes. I assist with acquisitions and portfolio management, conduct due diligence, and ensure legal regulatory compliance.
Hi, I'm Kat Tice, and I collaborate with Brittney Knuckey to manage projects at the UDP from early conception and design through construction and completion. Bringing more than 15 years of diverse design and construction experience with numerous projects in the Portland area, as well as nationally and internationally, I hold a BFA in Industrial Design from the University of Kansas, a Master of Architecture from Washington University, and in St. Louis as a licensed architect. My broad experience, creativity, passion for the built environment makes me a perfect fit to help UDP participate in shaping Portland's innovative, sustainable, and growing community.
Hi, I'm Mithell Hampton, principal at UD&P. As an engineer and designer by training, I am drawn to innovative new ideas that make our communities better places to live. At UD&P, I concentrate on acquisition, development, finance, and property management. I oversee budgets and the acquisition to construction phase of the new projects and initiate loans for our private real estate funds. Before UD&P, I was a project manager at Pacific Bay Investments in Berkeley, California. Prior to that, I managed engineering projects for Cypress Semiconductor, Maple Optical Systems, Leapfrog Toys, and the National Science Foundation. I hold 8 patents and have published several papers related to my work. I earned an MBA with a focus in real estate finance from the Haas School of Business at UC Berkeley, as well as a bachelor's and master's degree in engineering from Mississippi State University. I currently serve as Vice President of the Central Eastside Industrial Council and Urban Product Council Chair of the Portland chapter of the Urban Land Institute.
Susan Anderson and board members of BPS. We, the UDP, are here to present our plans to develop the property at Clinton Station. We are requesting that the BPS assist in the acquiring of the property from its current owner. The Clinton Station area is an underutilized area with a lot of potential. Our plan is to change the current zoning restrictions to allow multifamily housing. This would complement the area due to its great public transportation access. We need the Bureau's assistance when it comes to the cost of developing the area. Current development costs are very restricting to us at the moment. Across the nation, we are seeing many major metropolitan areas struggling with affordable housing. San Francisco is currently the most expensive city in America. In 2015, the median rent for one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco was $3,410, which is $400 more than the median price for a one-bedroom apartment in New York City. At the moment, the nation's fastest rising rents are currently in Denver, Colorado. These are just a few of many warning signs of what our city could be facing in the near future. From 2015 to 16, housing prices within the city increased an incredible 11.1%, the highest in the nation that year. The increased housing costs also affected renters in the metropolitan area. The average price for a one-bedroom apartment rose 14% from February to March in 2016, once again leading the nation. Portland's vacancy rate as of March 2016 was a mere 4.3%. That's the fifth lowest in the nation.
At Urban Development and Partners, we define our business by asking one question: how do we leave the world better than we found it? The answer is simple. We acquire, develop, and manage income-producing real estate to maximize returns for all of our partners, investors, tenants, and the community. We are a team of leaders committed to integrity in our actions and work, and dedicated to the success of our customers and team members. We specialize in renovation, adaptive reuse, and ground-up construction processes, improving livability and reducing operating costs while bringing underutilized community assets back to life. For UD&P, a great real estate opportunity is one that benefits communities, tenants, neighbors, local businesses, and the environment. We live in Southeast Portland and have a sincere interest in the character and vitality of the local community. We are committed to operating our business with the following values in mind. 1. Preservation of valuable artifacts and redevelopment of underutilized urban property. 2. Adaptive reuse and other sustainable building practices, transit-oriented locations, and land use economy. 3. Ethical, transparent business practices and unparalleled customer service. 4. Management standards that serve everyone's needs with economic agreements that will always be honored. We breathe new life into underutilized properties, using quality, sustainable materials and innovative technology to ensure that our buildings will last for generations. We take each detail of our buildings seriously, working closely with the architects to create design solutions that suit the needs of tenants and complement our neighborhood streetscapes. We are a local company that will last, with a long-term vision of 20 to 30 years and a commitment to making a positive, lasting impact on the future for all stakeholders. As a Portland-based developer, we are well aware of the needs and character of our city. Portland's rising cost of living and skyrocketing housing prices have brought with them a series of challenges that the city continues to struggle with. While challenges to us as developers are numerous, it is important to remember the struggles which the population of the city continues to face on a day-to-day basis.
The city of Portland is famed for its outdoor possibilities. There is a plethora of outdoor activities such as hiking within a short distance just outside the city due to the city's urban growth boundary. Oregon has been ranked the most moved-to city 3 years in a row. There are many great qualities that Portland has that are drawing people in from outside states. The city is constantly being ranked as a top food city, achieving the top spot in a recent Washington Post article. Portland also has a very prestigious art scene that has been catching the attention of people all over the world. We have the Art Institute of Portland located in Northwest Portland, which draws in aspiring artists from all over the country. Portland also is a home to many amazing art galleries such as Blue Sky Gallery, Elizabeth Leach Gallery, Hap Gallery, as well as many others located in Portland's trendy Pearl District alone. Despite the concerning rate at which Portland's housing pricing is rising, it still manages to be one of the most affordable cities to live in, which has caught the attention of people all over the country. The influx of people moving to the city has caused an all-time low in available housing within the city. People are having to move outside the city to local suburban areas such as Hillsborough and Beaverton. The origin of the Portland, Oregon housing crisis can be tracked back to the national trend of more people moving back to the city from rural or suburban areas and more households living within the Portland city limits. Back in the year 2000, Portland, Oregon had just 29,000 households, but as of 2015, the total number of households in Portland has risen too far beyond that. Thanks to recent statistics from Portland Housing Bureau, we know that Portland, Oregon needs close to 25,000 more affordable housing units. But more builders and developers are less inclined to construct affordable housing units without public subsidies. The Portland housing crisis is affecting nearly everyone in the city. As the cost of living goes up due to the high demand of people wanting to live within the city, the income of the renters unfortunately does not go up as well. According to recent studies, only a maximum of 28% of an individual's monthly income should go towards a housing payment. A state and localities study showed that as of June 2015, people reported to spending 70 to 80% of their monthly income on rent, a huge jump from the suggested 28%. This is causing people to either take on a second job to make up for the increase in their rent, or give up their home in Portland and find more affordable housing somewhere else outside of the city. The housing crisis has also impacted many of Portland's young artists, writers, and musicians, who mostly earn under $30,000 per year and are unable to live within the Portland area. Many creative people have been forced to look outside of the city or have been faced with the decision to leave altogether and travel to more affordable states. The average rent in Portland, Oregon is roughly $1,700 per month. If someone who is working a minimum wage job of $9.25 an hour at a full-time job rate of 40 hours a week, they only make a grand total of $1,480 as a monthly income. That is not even high enough to afford the average rent price, considering they live alone and without a family. The majority of the people whom have been drastically impacted by the housing crisis is the homeless community. Happening right now, notices are being posted all over the city on the front doors of renters saying that they need to accept their multi-$100 rent increase or vacate in the given 90-day time period. Many of the individuals cannot comply with the rent increase request and find themselves out on the streets with no future affordable housing prospects in sight. Having a continuing increase in the city's homeless population only adds more problems to Portland's already bad housing crisis.
Portland has a reputation for being the urban planning capital of the country. Our land use laws are some of the most restrictive and planned in the country. The purpose of the alternative design density overlay zone is to focus development on vacant sites, preserve existing housing, and encourage new development that is compatible with and supportive of the positive qualities of residential neighborhoods. The concept for the zone is to allow increased density for development that meets additional design compatibility requirements. Overlay zones in order to maintain the small town feel. The vast majority of the city northeast and southeast has been designated as single-family dwellings. While this has been advantageous in the past and has kept the city beautiful, it is contributing immensely to the housing crisis. Our program is to keep its neighborhood intact while still meeting the challenge of the housing crisis by building attractive apartments which meets the vision for our city future, and we have to use every opportunity to maximize efficient land usage. From 2015 to 2016, housing prices within the city increased by an incredible 11.1%, the highest in the nation. Increased housing costs are not just limited to homeowners. The average price for a one-bedroom apartment rose 14% from February to March in 2016, again leading the nation. Many residents who have grown up in the city are feeling increasing financial hardship and find themselves increasingly unable to afford to live in the city. If we want to keep these people in the city and be available to the people who is coming to the city, we have to keep this neighborhood affordable. Our program's purpose is to reduce Portland's housing pressure A similar location currently being developed with the Lands neighborhood in partnership with the PDC has made 145 housing units available in a space that was previously contained no residences. In light of the BPS assistance, UDP will ensure that the constructed apartments will be in line with the city vision for Portland's future. 20% of the available unit will be affordable housing, helping to alleviate the strain of the housing crisis on the lower and the middle class. Portland develops so fast, and we should not only see what is happening today, but also thinking about the future. How can we do something to change the difficulties in housing situation, and how can we offer more and more solutions to solve these problems?
We, the Board of Directors at the UDP, have narrowed down a specific property that is currently underused, which would offer an opportunity to expand multifamily housing. The Southeast Clinton area, which is the general location of the proposed property, is presently dominated by employee and industrial zoning, with little to no zoning sectioned off for mixed use or multifamily dwellings. Types of buildings that qualify as multifamily zoning include apartments, duplexes, townhomes, garden-style apartments, and row homes. With the allowance of more multi-dwelling housing zoning, we believe an increase in housing availability and subsequent foot traffic will help revitalize this underdeveloped area. The potential for growth in this area is encouraging, but several key issues must be addressed for it to come to fruition. Clinton Station, dominated by vacant lots and industrialized zoning from a time long past, is commercially unattractive and dreary in its current state. Although the appearance of the site seems to be in shambles, its proximity to downtown Portland makes it a prime target for real estate development. With the urban growth boundary limiting expanding developments along the fringes of the city, it is prudent for the city to continue to look for underutilized areas like Clinton Station to redevelop. Failing to take the initiative to rezone the area will further stall development, wasting valuable real estate in the process. We believe that rezoning the area to allow multi-dwelling housing will rejuvenate the property, creating revenue as an outcome. The current owner of the Clinton Station property is Northwest Natural, which has in the past used the site as a storage facility for many types of fuels. Looking further into the situation, the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality has stated a contamination of petroleum and/or coal tar constituents, lead, and cyanide, which is evident in the soil and groundwater. Although the area has been previously contaminated, there has been a lot of work done to clean up the area by removing the polluted soil. Despite this fact, there is still work to be completed for the area to become fit and safe for human use and residency. The costs to rehabilitate the area up to DEQ standards are currently too great for the UDP. Taking the project on alone is not economically feasible for the company. We at the UDP ask that the Portland Bureau of Planning and Sustainability help stimulate the growth of this property by covering the cleanup costs required to rehabilitate the site. By doing this, it will remove the prohibitive entry costs and allow us to get started on what we specialize, developing property.
We have chosen some model locations for our site, and a good example of an area we are trying to emulate is the 3330 Division Apartments. They currently house 30 residences that have commercial attractions on the ground floor. It has the sustainability and function we really strive for. It is LEED certified and makes great use of the nature and open spaces to a better custom to the scenery around it. Another location that is currently under development and is a prime example is within the Lands neighborhood. It had originally no residences in the area, but is now going to have 145 housing units. The PDC assisted Palindrome Communities in acquiring property at the Lands Town Center to help improve the area by adding places like Zova House, a brewery that became a really popular destination. With the new vision of the area, a lot of the area in the town center is scheduled for construction, with many new and interesting projects. They plan to add an Asian health center, a farmers market, and other additional commercial and residential spaces. This is what we are truly aiming for to help the future of the Clinton Station area. The UDP will overwatch the construction and try to keep the city's vision intact. One of the goals is to help fight the strain of the housing crisis, so 20% of the units will be dedicated to affordable housing. The UDP plans to make it LEED certified, but also make it an environmentally conscious project, with the use of solar panels to help reduce electricity for the tenants. There will also be a rainwater collection system to help reduce the demand for city water during droughts. The vision of the Clinton Station Apartments will be to represent an environmentally friendly area and to be a start of the turnaround for the city of Portland.
In light of your assistance, we promise to reserve 20% of the total units produced for affordable housing. We ensure that the new apartments will be in line with the city's vision for Portland's future, as we promise excellent building standards. The Clinton Station Apartments will be LEED certified, as well as utilizing solar and rainwater collection. The ground level of the apartments will be reserved for commercial use, providing opportunities for small businesses to open up and grow in the area. The commercial development of the southeast Clinton area will ultimately increase foot traffic and residential development here, bolstering this once underdeveloped area into a lively new urban community. This property could be a showcase for Portland, showing that the city continues to defend its place atop the greenest cities on earth. Surely the BPS would love to be involved in this project, as it coincides with your mission of providing substantial living with practical solutions that enhance Portland's livability, while also planning for the future. We are asking that you hold a public hearing on June 21st of 2016 so that we can formally present our plans to develop the Clinton Station Apartments to the public. The people of Portland deserve a voice in the decisions of their city, especially in a period where the housing crisis is at an all-time high. We also understand the weight public approval carries, so we wish to seek their acceptance first. Holding a meeting will allow us to inform the people living in the surrounding areas of the Southeast Clinton MAC station exactly what we wish to provide them with. It is our hope that once this public hearing yields public approval for the Clinton Station Apartments, you will agree to allocate funding from the general funds for the rehabilitation and startup costs for this project. The housing crisis is undoubtedly evident in Portland, and we won't be escaping its detrimental effects anytime soon. Continuing the development of multifamily housing structures is absolutely key in tackling these issues head-on. Your 2035 comprehensive plan clearly demonstrates your want to alleviate the housing crisis, and we want to be the developer to help put those plans into action. If we work together, we are confident this project will be a great success. Working together, we can continue to provide affordable, sustainable housing as we develop a renewed urban neighborhood. So please consider our request and hold a public hearing to inform the Southeast Clinton community of our plans.